Yes. Today we are going to see Salesforce interview preparation day 2. Whatever we have learned from last 18 sessions, we are going to recall that. Okay. Yeah, Madhu, go ahead.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Good morning. So to make everything easy, we have made some changes in the administrative activities for your attendance, feedback, and the assignments. So we have created one folder in our drive. We have given access for all the students. First thing is we will see where I have. Can you, everybody can see my screen?
Yes, sir. Madhu.
Can you make me host, Swapna? I am sharing my screen. I hope you can see my screen.
Yes, sir.
So this is the drive. We have given access to this folder. 01 Jan 2023 Swapna Salesforce material. In this, we have admin, development, lightning, and integration folders. Right now, development folder is there and lightning folder is there. Admin will load tomorrow. In each session, we have done with 7 sessions in the admin. We have done with 5 sessions in the lightning. If you go to that session 1, you can see all the links. There are, let me go to updated. YouTube links are there, quiz questions are there, PPT is there. I hope you have seen this. If you open this, you can see all the links, YouTube links. 7 sessions are finished. What is the subject we are covering in the session and what is the link? Day wise you can see. This is one of the document. And second one is we have quiz questions. We are giving Google Forms and we are pasting those questions here. All questions are pasted. Whatever we are giving in the Google Form, those questions are pasted here. So you can manage your data here. How you can have to do? This data is available here. For you, we have given access to other folder. We have created one more folder called student assignments. In this students assignments, if you go, if your roll number is, for example, Ram Gopal roll number is 30 January 23. Ram Gopal will have access for 30 January 2023. For this, he has access because his roll number is that one. Cannot see Ram Gopal folder. If you go to these quizzes and assignments, there you can see attendance and feedback form. If you open this, you can see session wise. First one is session number and the date, attendance. You are presented or absent. If you are date is 26th December, update this sheet. Attendance present. Quiz done or not done. If you are done, done. Otherwise, not done. We are giving some tasks. How we are giving while explaining, Swapna is showing you demo. For example, yesterday she has created one component that was done in the class. You have to do that task and the homework which has given by Swapna. Two things you have to do. So those are the task and homework, whether you have done it or not done. And we will take mock interviews. It might be our admin team or by me or by Swapna. Or we make teams in the next 2 weeks. One of the member might be calling you, taking interview. It will be practice for you and the person who is taking interview from your team. That will happen. You have to put that mock interview. Yes, if it is done on 26th December, yes. Who has done mock interview? For example, they will tell, if I do Madhu, in the next day Swapna take, who took that mock interview? Otherwise, some other from our team or some other from in the class, for example, Visha, on which date they have taken. So you can put like this. So mention why you have not attended session or why you have not completed quiz. Please write down reason and we will give feedback for that session. After completing your assignments, we will see your assignments and give feedback. We want to do this because everybody must know what we are doing. It is just not like attending live sessions and going home. We need to track our own progress and we have to track your progress. And we need feedback as well for your each and everything. This nobody cannot see except we and you. Other persons cannot see your documents. And next thing is we have 4 documents for admin, development, integration, and lightning. Here you can open development assignment. First, what you have to do is here one more thing you have to do. After doing this, here go to this attendance sheet. In the starting, update your name and number. Which sheet? Yeah, 30. Here, I have given example like how to update. Write down Ram Gopal number is 30. 30 January 2023. Ram Gopal. And you have enrolled for total course. Change this like this. Update your enrollment number, name, and course which you have enrolled for, and update all the sheets till 18th session. So we will understand what we are doing. This is clear, right, for everyone? And when you go to these assignments, what you have to do is open this and go to which common folder everybody has access for this. In this, open session 7. Quiz questions you open. Control A, Control C, paste here. All questions are copied here. Now you can type your answers here. Or if any task is there, any assignment is there, you take screenshots. Code screenshots we are asking. Here I have asked show output. You go to your code, use some snipping tool or something, paste here. So entire document you will have with you. You can refer in the future. Once everything is done, once your course is done, you can take this document printout, keep with you. This 15,000 questions we will get almost everything is done by you. You can easily see what is happening with your course. Before going for interview, you can refer this document. This is enough. Okay, like this, you do assignments in separate folders. In Lightning, this is common folder and this is assignments folder. You have got access, I think, check your mails. For everybody, I have given access. In this, documents are available. You have to update your assignments here. Enter session number in the top. Here, enter some session number, give bold, do this practice. Can do it. We will check every day what is happening. For today, I don't think there is no assignments, but do this assignment. Enter your attendance and quiz pending or not. Any task which is pending, just write done with the quiz or not. Reason, we will write the feedback. You till now you have made some assignments or tasks. Do everything copy in the drive. Okay. I am done. If you have any questions on this. Any questions? Anybody didn't get access? If you don't have any questions, I will give to Swapna. She will start the session.
Madhu, till now we have done all some interview questions, right? We
Yeah.
need to paste all these.
Yeah.
questions, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just paste your session number.
Okay.
In the top from this is the development, right?
Okay.
You don't need this one because you maintain it in an organized way. In the Salesforce, it is very important to make documentation.
Okay.
Practice it. Development. So like this you make. After completing the session, make something like to recognize that session is ended, keep some stars. So that we'll understand this session is ended. Whatever the data related to that, you can keep here. Do like this. Okay, any other questions? Everybody clear with this, right? I'm giving to Swapna.
Okay. Let me make host. Okay. So
this one I forgotten. Okay. This is one more thing which I want to explain. Here, whenever you are practicing, we have divided people into different categories. People, those who are working in Salesforce, those who are working in IT, working in different domains, and those who are not working. So it is very difficult. Some people are facing, they are not getting time because of their work or some other things. Everybody, whenever we send quiz, immediately read quiz because we are sending almost by 10 o'clock we are sending. Maybe you might see in the early morning after wake up or before sleep, please read the quiz questions so that it will become revision for you. So you will understand where you are missing because when you are doing it immediately, you will realize what is happening. So you must take notes while listening to the session. Please take notes. Taking notes is very, very important. So in the second stage, compare your questions with your notes. So till these 2 points, everybody can do. Even if you are working or if you are working Salesforce or you are working in IT or you are working in different domains, it is possible to do these two. For anyone, it is possible. If you can't do these two, it is very difficult. Just to attending live sessions, it will not help. You must do these two things. And in the next step, if you find any difficulty in answering, go through recorded session for missing content. Then write answers to the quiz questions. Don't write directly questions, answers to the questions. First, try to do this practice so that it will be easy for you to remember and understand. When you are doing these 4 tasks, those who are not working, please do this practice. Even if you are working, if you have time, do these 4. Otherwise, task 1, task 2, task 3, task 4. Make this strategy. Otherwise, while attending interviews, you will face some problems. It is lengthy concept. You need to remember so many things. Once you understood the concept, it went to your brain, it will be easy. Okay. Any questions on this? Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. Swapna, you can go ahead.
Okay, just to add on to that, whenever you are submitting the assignment, 3 things you have to submit. What is the requirement? And then what you have implemented. First, mention the requirement in the documentation. And second, what you have implemented. Third, what is the output you are getting? Okay, see, these every assignment, if you are sending to me, please mention the requirement. What is the requirement? What is the development that is done? And output. Requirement, development, output. This sequence has to be followed. Okay, so let's move on. Admin. So in admin, we have seen from the starting, from last 18 session, what we have learned in the admin. In admin, we have learned software, cloud. What is software? This is an interactive session. What is software?
Set of instructions to given computer.
Right.
Set of instructions given to a computer that enables interactions between system and a user.
Okay. Okay. So yes, software is nothing but set of instructions that are provided to a computer where users will be interacting on the computer. So cloud, what is a cloud? We have seen the cloud.
Delivery of computing resources over an internet as service.
Right. Delivery of resources. Yes.
By using internet, we get access through the store the data. It's called cloud.
Right.
We can access, process, and store the data, whatever, over the internet.
Perfect. Now then we have seen the cloud computing architecture. How the cloud computing, what was there before, right? And how the cloud came into the picture market and what are the things that happened. Everything we have seen clearly, cloud computing architecture. Then we have seen the cloud computing services. What are the different cloud computing services?
Software as a service, platform as a service.
Platform as a service.
Right. So software as a service, platform as a service, infrastructure as a service. And then we have seen the data visibility, how the data is visible in the org, whether other person can see the whatever I'm doing in the class, whether you are able to see the data in my org or not. So we have seen in detail what is the data visibility. Then we have seen the real-time project flow. In any project, what are the project I'm working on, whether it is a banking, automotive, supermarket, or whatever the project which I'm working on, what is the flow? How actual real-time project flow will be there, works, like what all the things happens in the real time. So we have seen the real-time project flow. Then we have seen Salesforce. Who has introduced Salesforce?
Mark Benioff.
Mark Benioff.
In the year of
1999.
Yeah. Right. So we have seen Salesforce introduction, and who all are the customers that are using the Salesforce. Where can we see who all are using the Salesforce? Customer success stories, where can we see?
Company information.
Company information.
Success stories portal. Site is there.
Success stories portal.
Yeah, success stories.
On customer success stories URL, if you search in the Google, then you will get a link. So by clicking on that link, you will be able to see how many companies are using the Salesforce and what are the clouds they are using it and what are the industries. I think we can see it. And after that, we have seen the master table. What is a master table?
Contains the data which is not changing frequently but used frequently.
It cannot change frequently. That is called master table.
Right. Perfect. Any question on the master table? So we have seen the master table, and what are the different type of master tables we have?
Customer master, product master.
Customer master, contact.
Customer master and product master. In customer master, what are the different types are there in Salesforce?
Account and contact.
Yes, we have seen account, how to create an account and where should we go in Salesforce, and how to create a contact we have seen. And what is the account?
Any business, organization,
company,
organization,
and a company.
Company information.
Information is called account.
Company information, any group information,
any organization
information will be sent into the account. What is contact?
Individual person
information.
Individual person information. Yes. And also we have seen software as a service. What is a software as a service?
Delivery of software application.
Software application hosted on your server, which can be accessed through internet.
Any type of software over the internet.
Right. What is software as a service? Nagamani?
Any application. Sorry.
What is a software as a service? Nagamani, are you there?
We can sell maybe on-demand service. I mean, on-demand software.
Ready-made software application to automate business process.
Yes, in Salesforce, what is the which one we call it as a software as a service?
Salesforce CRM.
So software as a service is nothing but whenever we deliver any of the software over the internet is called software as a service. in Salesforce. Salesforce CRM is a software as a service. What is the platform as a service?
Whenever you provide development platform,
Offering
hardware.
Like
Hardware.
force.com.
platform or
Example.
platform is
solution
the example of a platform.
for development.
Platform as a service is nothing but whenever we provide any type of development platform is called platform as a service. And what are the examples for the software as a service?
Force.com.
Email software, Microsoft
Example for software as a service.
Email, Flipkart.
Email.
Dropbox, Gmail.
Gmail.
Yahoo Mail,
Amazon,
Microsoft CRM.
Amazon.
Outlook, yes. What is the
Teams.
examples of the platform as a service?
Force.com.
AWS and Microsoft.
Email.
Azure.
Force.com.
Force.com.
Force.com, yes.
AWS.
AWS, Azure.
AWS, yes.
Azure.
Azure, yes.
Email software.
And in partitions we come means Netflix and these are streaming platforms.
Okay,
IBM Smart Cloud.
yes. That's right. Now, what is the infrastructure as a service?
By storing the data, we have
Storing data, we are using infrastructure as a service.
Storage of data also in order to develop software.
IBM Cloud, IBM example.
Okay, so infrastructure as a service is nothing but it is a storage to store the data and access the data from database server, that is called infrastructure as a service. So infrastructure as a service is a heart of the cloud computing. If you do not have this infrastructure as a service, then your application won't work. This is part of the complete cloud. So this has to be there. If you do not have this, then you will not see, because storage, file storage, data storage, entire thing will be there in the infrastructure as a service. Now, next one, we have seen the marketing. What is the marketing?
The strategy
Retail activity. Retail activities, I think, in marketing.
of increasing the business.
What is marketing?
Activity.
Retail activities.
The business.
What is marketing?
So pre-sale.
Any type of campaign.
Retail activities.
Any type of
Pre-sale.
product.
Resale activity.
Yeah, pre-sale.
Sorry, Ram Gopal, you are saying something?
Yeah, any type of product we have to like resale. Maybe like Apple, iPhone.
Yeah, whatever the activities do before the sale is called marketing.
Whatever the activities that we are doing as a part of pre-sale activities before selling the any product, whatever the activities if we are doing it, which is nothing but a pre-sale activities are called as a marketing. What are the properties of marketing?
High properties.
Branding,
Customer
promotion,
acquisition
product
and
Customer activation.
Branding,
marketing penetration,
marketing
Brand promotion.
penetration,
brand
brand
promotion, product retention.
Right?
Okay.
Tell me one member continuously. Tell me exactly what are the properties of
branding, promotion, product awareness, market penetration, customer acquisition, customer retention.
Yeah.
Yes. Is everybody clear on the properties of marketing?
Yes.
Okay. Next, marketing cloud in Salesforce. How do we do the marketing cloud in Salesforce?
Managing marketing activities in the Salesforce is called market cloud.
Managing marketing.
Okay, thank you. Yes, tell me, what is the marketing cloud in Salesforce?
Managing marketing.
Managing marketing activities.
Managing marketing activities in Salesforce. How can we go to the marketing cloud in Salesforce?
Yeah, app launcher.
App launcher, marketing.
Using app launcher, we have to market.
Right. So just make everybody clear what are the properties of marketing is. We have a brand promotion. First, we have to do the brand promotion, and then product awareness. We have to give the product awareness, and then
Marketing
penetration. What is market penetration means?
Entering
To
into
get
the
inside
market,
the
to
market.
To get inside the product. Into market.
Right. Customer acquisition.
To get a customer.
Bringing a new customers.
Get the new
Bringing new customer. Bringing new customers.
Sorry. There is a lot of disturbance. Somebody, can you please mute on? Yes. Tell me, what is the difference between the customer acquisition and customer retention?
Customer acquisition is to get new customers. Customer retention is giving
customers. We have to
customers.
Satisfaction or confidence in the customer.
Creating a new customer for our product is customer acquisition, and retaining the customer, like making him our, like again selling the product, that is maybe customer retention.
Yes, retention is whatever the customers we have to make sure that their confidence level should not go down. So by maintaining the existing customer, we have to bring the new customer. New customer is nothing but customer acquisitions. We have to attract the customer to bring a new customer and maintain the existing customers. Now, what is campaign? Marketing cloud. First of all, in the marketing cloud, what are the different objects we have?
Campaign and account.
campaign lead.
Campaign lead. Okay, what is campaign?
Campaign is nothing but a brand, like new product we have to come.
It's a marketing strategy to create awareness about our product.
To promote the new product.
The prospects are
futures, new futures, and brand promotion.
Advertising about our product or service through internet or through media.
Okay. So campaign is nothing but any targeted marketing efforts, whatever the efforts we are putting on to do the marketing. So any targeted marketing effort is called campaign. What are the different type of campaigns we have?
Direct campaign,
direct and indirect.
Direct campaign, indirect campaign. Then what is the difference between the direct campaign and indirect?
Direct campaign
interaction
is
between
communication
one
with the customers, direct communication to the customer. Indirect communication with customers indirectly without
customers, banners,
contact.
and the printing.
Direct campaign is nothing but where campaigns were directly involved.
Yes.
Talking to the customer. That means they are giving the clarity. So that is called direct campaign. Indirect means?
Banners. Example.
Prospects are not involved directly.
Yes, prospects are not involved directly is called indirect. So what is the examples for the direct campaign?
Direct.
Demo classes. Door-to-door service.
Door-to-door and interaction between one-to-one, like customer and
operation.
Demo class, door-to-door survey, pamphlet distribution, same
Any
pamphlet
conference.
distribution, right?
Conferences.
Wherever we are directly talking to the customers is called direct campaign. Indirect campaign examples?
Banner.
TV advertisements.
Banner and paper.
Pamphlets.
Paper.
Pager ads.
Media.
TV ads.
TV ads.
Hoarding.
Yes. Banner post, TV ad, theater ads, paper ads. So these all are called indirect. These are called indirect. Now, next one, marketing in Salesforce. How do we do the marketing in Salesforce?
Managing the marketing activities in the Salesforce is called marketing.
What did we discuss in the marketing in Salesforce?
Campaign about Infosys company, Apple.
Campaign creation, yes.
Lead creation. How campaign can be converted?
Direct campaign. Yes.
Direct campaign.
How to create a campaign in Salesforce? How to create a campaign in Salesforce?
Go to campaign.
By using
campaign information name.
FY year, financial year, quarter, product name.
End date.
Log into the Salesforce, connect to the Marketing Cloud app. After connecting to the Marketing Cloud app, click on the campaign tab. On that campaign tab, we have to click on a new button and give the information about the campaign. Click on a save. Right? Yes. Now, how the leads are created here?
In market.
Interested person in campaign is converted into lead.
Interested person.
Any interested person.
Potential customers are called as leads.
Campaign is generated into lead.
Campaign that is converted to lead.
Generated to lead.
Okay. Ali, are you saying something? Sorry.
Yeah, you asked Salesforce lead creation?
No. Yeah. So I was just asking that how the lead gets created.
Well, if you're asking for navigation steps, we go to App Launcher to view all. Then we click on Marketing Cloud, then lead object, then we create new. And creating lead manually, assuming customer, let's say, walked in the shop. And then we have to fill up the mandatory fields like name, last name, company when creating new lead. And there are some non-mandatory fields like email, company name, lead source, industry, lead status, and rating, and then address information. Yeah. There is an open detail as well, like basic information about lead, like activity, and of course there is a lead cycle, which is 7 stages. I can name them as well if you want to.
Yeah, sure, please.
Yeah, so from the beginning, we have a lead generation. We have lead capture. We have lead filtering, lead grading, lead contact, lead nurturing, and lead conversion.
Yes.
And lead generation is nothing but is being generated from campaign. We can say any type of publicity, like advertisement. And lead capture could be a place where capture minimum data. It's being filled on a lead object, a rating, pick list value. We can say hot, warm, or cold. And then lead filtering is basically filtration is based on rating, also filled on lead object. Let's say warm means interested. We can say lead grading. We can categorize based on the condition, let's say finance. And then lead contact, basically contacting the prospect and building their relationship. About the lead nurturing, we can say it's feeding more details in the system. Let's say we have two options, convert or not convert. And in the last cycle, last stage, it's a lead conversion. It's basically deciding whether it is converted or not. Thank you.
Right, perfect. Yeah, any questions on the lead? Lead life cycle, and what is the lead? Any questions? Everybody is clear on the lead part?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And we can say about the converting the lead, it's a customer acquisition in this case.
Yes. So when we convert the lead, what all the data will be created in the system? When we convert a lead, what
account contact and opportunity.
Ask the account contact and opportunity.
Account contact opportunity.
Perfect. If I do not want, like currently my customer is not interested and I do not want to create an opportunity, but I wanted to convert this lead and create an account and contact.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Is it?
It is
in that convert option, we have one checkbox. During conversion, we have one
If you convert, you have not converted. If you have to convert, you have to remove the converted.
Right. So we have seen lead, we have seen lead cycle and how to create a lead in Salesforce. And we have seen the demo, how to create it, the Salesforce lead creation, and we converted 4 leads. We converted into the account, contact, and opportunity. One of the lead we just converted as an account and contact. We did not convert the opportunity. Now we have seen the marketing cloud architecture. What is the marketing cloud architecture here?
Campaign to lead.
Campaign to lead, lead cycle, which is, and then to the account.
So first campaign, from the campaign, any interested person gets converted into the lead. So from the lead, whenever once we feel that lead is genuine and they can ready to convert, in that case, we convert account. While converting, system will create a
contact,
account, contact, opportunity. So the flow is campaign to lead and then lead to opportunity. Whenever we converted the lead, here we have a lead cycle. There is a lead cycle. If you feel that at the end of the lead cycle, if you feel the lead is genuine and he is very much interested, then we will convert the lead to the opportunity. While converting the lead, the account and contacts get created and opportunity also will be created. So while converting, Can I choose the existing account and existing contact if I have in the system?
Yes, we can.
Yes,
Yes,
yes, we can.
Okay. What are the Salesforce releases?
Summer, winter, summer, autumn, spring.
Spring.
Sequence. What are the Salesforce releases?
Winter,
Spring, summer.
Winter, spring,
Summer.
Summer. What is the latest release that is going to come right now?
Feb 13.
Spring.
And that is spring.
Spring 23.
Yes.
Right now in developer edition, which one is there?
Winter 23. Winter 23.
Winter 23 is there in developer edition. So what is the release means here?
Some updated versions will be added, or any old versions will be deleted.
Previous version.
Any new features, enhancement, updates on the existing functionality, right? Any updates that are coming, we can see in the release. Where can we see the release notes? What are the latest things that are, where can we see?
And profile log.
Where can we see?
Salesforce page.
If you Google Salesforce release Spring 23, you will get a notes. Clear everybody till this point?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let's move on to the development. In development, what we have learned. Okay. Instance and server.
Multiple objects are called as instance.
Instance is server.
What is the instance?
Instance is nothing but server, which it contains multiple objects.
Right. What is a server here? What is a server?
Internet connection.
Collection of data. Server contains the collection of data for storing.
where program is
Access the data by
Example for server?
Salesforce database is one server.
Yeah. And then we have seen we have created
Marketing
the
cloud combined relations.
And what are the steps to
create
developer org?
Developer.salesforce.com. There we have to give our credentials and verify account, and here we can give the password, and then we enter our org.
Yes. And then we have seen the Visual Force
introduction.
What did we learn in the Visual Force introduction?
Yeah, it is the framework that with multiple technologies.
Visual Force is nothing but the creation of UI.
Right.
Framework which is used to create the user interface.
User interface is created by using Visual Force.
By using different technologies like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, how to implement.
It is the oldest version.
Right.
In Classic only, we have to use Visual Force, and Lightning, we have to update LWC or a components for that.
Perfect. Yes. What are the properties?
For logic, we are using.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, properties of Visual Force.
So what are the properties of Visual Force?
It is a UI-based technology. Visual Force language looks like HTML programming. Visual Force language starts and ends with the Visual Force tag apex:" page and close apex:" page. HTML, CSS, JavaScript can be used within the apex colon page, open and ending apex colon page tags. HTML used to design forms, display text, implement page structure. And JavaScript is used to implement user interface, pass some parameters, show pop-ups, confirm messages and all. And CSS is used to implement look and feel for application. It is a cascading style sheets. CSS.
Yeah, tag apex colon page. Open apex colon page, close apex colon page.
Perfect. Any questions on the properties of Visualforce? Okay. How can we decode the apex page?
Namespace is apex, page is a component.
Prefix namespace, apex, page is a component.
Apex is prefix namespace, page is component.
Right.
We have open Visualforce tag and close Visualforce tag. And
Apex has close and Visualforce, close and open tags both.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Now let me choose the members here. Akash, what is a developer console?
Developer console is a platform which is used for write code like I think so.
Okay. Yes, Jyoti, what is the developer console?
Yeah, it's a integrated developer environment with a collection of tools, and we write any program on it.
Right. So developer console is a integrated development environment where it has a collection of multiple tools. It has Aura, it has Visualforce, it has HTML, everything we write it in the developer console. Now, what are the navigation steps to create a Visualforce page?
Developer console.
Developer console.
New,
and
there we select Visualforce page.
Okay. Now let me choose the member. Rana, what are the attributes in the apex page tag?
Apex page. You mean the different attribute like block section and input field and output label?
Attributes in apex page. Okay, let me ask this. What is the attribute? What is the attributes?
Attributes is used for creating the exact requirement what we need to UI implementation.
Okay.
Like how to we can divide the form, like a page how we can divide, and how and which form we got that form. In that purpose we use the attributes like a page block section, page block buttons, command buttons. These all are comes under attributes.
Right. So what are the attributes in the apex page?
Page block section.
Attributes in apex page.
Show header.
Setup.
Show header and footer.
Show header.
Show header, setup.
Sidebar.
ID.
Setup.
ID, show header, sidebar.
Show header, sidebar, and
ID. Setup.
Setup and what else we
ID.
have? ID. What else? What else we have learned?
The standard controller and the controller you add, the dog type.
No, attribute.
Dog type, yeah.
Okay. Dog type. Dog type is also an attribute. What is the apex colon page block tag? What it does?
Which divides the page?
Page divides into
Create a block in the page.
Page divides the page.
Which will create the blocks in the
To create similar style to Salesforce.
Right. What are the attributes in the apex page block?
Title.
ID,
title help you.
Help title, help you.
Help
Title, help URL,
help
text.
There is no help text. Help title, help URL.
Yes.
And then ID. What are other things? Title is
Help title and help URL.
Yeah. Debug logs. What is the debug log?
To track the events in our
You can see our logs data in developer console at a particular time. Like,
we can see whether it is successful or
we can check the background of particular Visual Force page, or we can check trigger, or we can check lightning components, whether what is going in the back. We can check for the particular user or for particular.
Right. So debug logs are why we use the debug log to track the events. What are the events that are happening in the org by the user, to track the events for that particular user in certain time. How can we enable the debug log? How to create a debug log on the user?
We have to go to setup and debug logs.
New button.
We have to create a new debug log.
User.
After clicking on new button, what happens?
It will ask for user apex class or
it will ask for user and duration, time duration.
User and what else it will ask?
Time duration.
Trace entity type will have trace entity.
Duration, yes.
Duration and
debug level.
Debug level.
Debug level.
Level type.
Debug levels.
Entity name also it knows.
What is the entity name?
It is a lookup field. With the user or apex class or apex trigger or automation process or platform event, which one to select it? It asks for that.
Yeah, it is nothing but a user. It will ask, right? User or apex class or apex trigger, platform event or automation. It asks those information. Now, where can we see the logs?
Setup environment logs.
Where can we see the logs?
Developer console.
Now I have set up the log. Where can I see? What are the two sections that are available in debug log? Where can we see the logs?
We have it's a setup object. You can see by using setup object debug.
Clicking on environment debug logs.
Okay, let me ask this. When you go to the debug log, what are the two blocks you will see? First one, what is it in the debug log? When you are creating the debug log, where you click on new button, what is that section?
Trace entity.
Apex class.
User trace flag. User trace flag. Here you will click on a new button and you enable the debug logs for the particular user or Apex class or Apex trigger or process builder or automation process. Now, once you enable the debug log, where can you see? What is the second section?
Second section, debug logs.
Debug logs. Remember, it's very easy to remember. Wherever you see trace, that means you have to enable the trace. User trace flag. That means if I wanted to enable any debug log for a certain user, then my focus should go to the user trace flag. Once the trace is enabled for the specific user, then my focus should go to the debug log, where I can see all the log information here. Clear, everybody? Any question on this? Okay, so let's move on. Apex page block section. What is the Apex page block section?
You have to
see the tag.
subsections.
Page block.
To create subsection,
we can create the section.
Subsection.
In the play, we can create a section in page block.
Right. To create a section within the page block. Page is on top. Then within that we have a page block. And within that we have a page block section. Default is
prefix namespace, component name.
Prefix names, component name.
Component.
Page block section.
Open Apex tag and close Apex tag.
Right. What are the attributes are there in the page block section?
Title,
column, ID.
Title, column, ID. What are the merge field? What is the merge field?
To give like
standard
buttons,
Salesforce buttons,
and Salesforce buttons.
What is the syntax of the merge fields?
Open
curly brace, exclamatory, and standard button.
Field name.
Again, repeat it. What is the merge field syntax?
Curly
brace, exclamatory, object name, dot field name. That is for the standard Salesforce.
Not field name.
Right. So what if I wanted to capture the object?
Object name dot label name or field name. Yeah.
Not the label name. It's a API field name.
API name.
We should be always using the API field name, not the field label name. If I wanted to call the button,
curly braces, exclamatory
button,
save or new or delete anything, whatever we want.
Salesforce default button.
What is Apex command button?
To display
the buttons in page.
To display
the
button on page.
An Apex column
on page.
Okay. Decode this.
Apex is prefix name, component name. Command button is component name.
Command button, component name.
Space component name.
Right. Open Apex tag and close Apex.
Okay.
Apex.
Let me choose the person. Srinivas, what are the attributes are there in the command button? What are the attributes in the command button?
Events.
Attributes in the command button.
Save and edit, cancel.
Attributes. I'm talking about attributes. I'm not talking about the button. Talking about the attributes. What are the attributes in the command button? Yes. Sanjana, what are the attributes in the command button? Sanjana, are you there? Okay. Bharati, what are the attributes in the command button?
Title and action. Action is a match field.
Values and action.
Why we have a title here?
Action.
Value action ID.
Value
Action.
ID.
Value.
Value action ID. Value is nothing but on top of the button, what value needs to be displayed. Action is where we use the merge field. Now next one. What is the apex colon page block buttons? Yes, go ahead.
This is used for writing.
Page block
If we need to write command button, must we have to
for
use
hard-coded
page block
button, hard-coded values. You have to use the page block.
To display the set of buttons.
Pre-built
styles like standard Salesforce buttons.
Yes. Decode it.
Prefix namespace, component name.
Buttons component name. Open
Component.
Attributes.
What are the attributes in the page block button?
Location. On-click ID.
On-click ID.
Location, on-click ID. Why we use the location attribute?
Because top or bottom we want
If you don't specify, then it will show on top and bottom.
To make the button position, to decide the button position, top or bottom. Now, next one, HTML. What is the HTML?
Hypertext markup language.
Right?
It is used to like a web
Primary
browsing
language of,
applications we have to use.
Primary language of the World Wide Web.
Yes. What are the differences between the HTML versus HTML 5.0?
HTML old version,
It's a old version.
old
HTML 5
Google and
is
Mozilla
the
Firefox.
HTML is old version.
And
old internet browsers all are using HTML, and new updated internet browsers are using like HTML 5.0.
5.0 have better features than HTML.
HTML 5.0 is the 5th version of HTML, and many of the older elements, which will be lot of improvement is there on the older elements, and also they have introduced new functionality into the HTML 5.0, and it is supports the latest browser. What are the latest browser? And it is using the latest JavaScript, right? This has the latest information which is available, and this will be, if I use the HTML 5.0, which runs smoothly on the latest browser. Right. What are the list of input fields in the visual force?
Input text area, input checkbox, input hidden, input secret, input file chosen, output label.
6 inputs visual forces.
Yes. Text
area.
Yeah. Text area.
Text area, checkbox.
Hidden.
Checkbox. Hidden. Secret.
Upload.
Secret file.
Input
file chosen.
Upload.
Okay.
Okay. What is the command that we use it for the text?
Input text.
Input text colon input
text. Apex colon input text.
Apex
Close.
colon input text.
It's a
What are the
semi
attributes that we have used in the input text?
name.
Title only.
Did we use any attributes in the input text?
No, it just represents one text box.
Number.
Name.
No.
We have not used any attributes.
Don't open it in that.
And what is the text area one?
Apex
Input text area close.
To display the user input text area.
Right. Did we use any attribute in the input text area?
Rows and columns we use.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rows.
Columns.
And columns.
False.
Swapna, text also we use like a number, no?
Name.
Like
Name you will be used.
Type equal to number.
Type equals to number and string.
Size also. Okay.
This is for type equal to number. We have used it for the just input, not for the apex colon input text.
Okay, sure. Sorry.
It also has the attribute type where we can read all other things, string, boolean, everything, but number does not work.
Okay.
Hidden, what is the attribute? What is the tag? Visual Force component. What is the Visual Force component for this?
Input hidden close.
Apex
input
Hidden.
Did we use any attribute for this?
No.
Hidden.
What is the Visual Force tag?
Input
X colon input checkbox.
X colon input checkbox.
Did we use any attribute?
No.
Yes, sir.
For the secret, what is the Visual Force component?
Apex input
Colon
secret.
secret close.
It is used for pin numbers.
Did we use any attribute here?
No.
Last, upload. What is the Visual Force component?
Apex
input file.
Input
File close.
Is there any mandatory attribute?
Value.
Value is mandatory.
Value is mandatory.
Value is mandatory. Self-closed. Now, what is the Apex output label?
Which adds the
To
label?
display hard-coded output label.
To display the
hard-coded
hard-coded label. Is it a self-closed or is it having the open and close?
Open and close.
Where do we write the input text area? If I want to display.
Inside output label tag.
Yeah, inside and out.
The open Apex output label tag.
Yeah. Let's move on. Now, Lightning. What is the sandbox?
It's a copy of product and environment.
Okay. What are the different type of sandboxes we can create it?
Developer
Developer
fully sample sandbox, fully sandbox.
Partial
Full sandbox.
Okay. What is Lightning development?
UI part of the Salesforce.
UI part of the Salesforce. Okay.
It's like a Lightning. We have to use Lightning part. Visual Force is by using Lightning. Classic it's a Visual Force by using. In Lightning we have two Lightning development.
Right.
Lightning component plus add builder.
Anybody? What is lightning development?
UI with the help of
UI interface at the client side.
Java with the help of JavaScript, Aura components.
By using JavaScript and HTML.
Lightning development is in Aura and the Lightning framework.
Aura framework.
Development and lab.
Right. When the Lightning Aura came into the market?
2008.
2019.
Lightning Aura?
2015.
2015. LWC?
2019.
18 to 19.
2018 end and 2019 start. What is Salesforce Lightning?
It is a component
is
framework.
Collect.
By using Salesforce Lightning, developer can build innovative user interface and applications.
It is Lightning is a collection of tools and technologies to provide
Significant upgrade to user.
It's a collection of components. We can perform multi-actions on the single page.
Yes.
Collection of tools and technologies provide significant upgrades. To these.
Yes, Ali, you are saying something.
Oh, I was saying the definition. That is a collection of tools and technologies to provide upgraded, better, significant upgrade to users, basically.
Okay. Now, what is the difference between the org and sandbox?
Work is basically production.
Org is nothing but exact copy of production.
Org is nothing but
Org is for user.
Sandbox is
fully
Sandbox is based on the
And the live
requirement.
data
Solution architect will be created different sandboxes.
Org have live data.
Yeah, live data.
Sandbox is a copy of production. And no live data occurs. No active users.
Okay, who will
Sandbox is
the org? Yes, go ahead, Akash.
Sandbox is a testing environment and org is a live environment.
Org is replica of the production with live data. Sandbox is it is also replica of production only without data.
Org is fully customizable and sandbox is a copy of production environment.
Who will be creating the org and who will be creating the sandboxes?
Developer.
Solution architect.
Business analyst.
Org is created by users.
Okay, org is who has created the org?
Organization wise, it is like by the instance they are copying the org.
Who will be creating the org?
Admin.
Salesforce.
Salesforce organization.
Creating the org.
Yeah.
Who will be creating the sandboxes?
Solution architects.
Salesforce team. Now, what is Salesforce Lightning elements? What are the Salesforce Lightning elements? What are Salesforce Lightning elements? Salesforce Lightning elements. What are those? How many we have elements? What is the element here?
8 we have.
Component, application, documentation, renderer, helper,
interface,
SVG, style.
Data and style.
And instead of SVG, that we are using LDS nowadays.
Okay, somebody said application. Can anybody tell clearly what are the Salesforce elements here?
Component, application, event, interface, and token.
Component, controller,
Component,
helper,
controller,
style,
render,
documentation, render, design, SVG.
Okay. So what is the application then? Lightning application?
Application, controller, helper, style, documentation, render, SVG.
That are bundles of
application is not there.
Yeah, that's a bundle.
Bundles of Lightning, 38 parts.
8 parts, right?
You are combining both together, application and all the bundles you are combining. Now again, what are the Salesforce Lightning elements?
Lightning interface and application and events. We have 4, I think so.
4, what are those?
Yeah, ma'am. Interface, lightning event, and lightning tools or something.
Lightning token.
3 elements.
Lightning tokens and lightning application.
Experience, lightning component framework, and
application, event, lightning interface, lightning token.
Lightning design system.
Lightning application.
Why lightning design system, lightning experience is coming here? Lightning interface, lightning token.
Lightning
component.
Lightning component.
Event.
Lightning event.
Lightning event.
Lightning component, lightning application.
Lightning application.
Lightning component, lightning application, lightning event, lightning interface, lightning token. Clear? Do not mix the lightning experience here. Is everybody clear on this? How can we see my domain information?
Company information.
Company information that we have to see our org details, like enter mail ID, like giving the company details.
Quick find settings, company information, my domain.
Yep. And what are the different tools we have in order to implement the lightning development?
ID.
Development
only for our components, we can use developer. We need to use
Developer console and
lightning
component, Visual Force.
Why Visual Force? Visual Force is a tool.
Microsoft Visual Studio Code.
Visual Studio. Do not get mixed with the Visual Studio and Visual Force. Visual Studio is the tool. Visual Force is the technology.
Yeah.
Now, Salesforce development. If you have to implement a Salesforce, what are the different things that we have to do? In order to develop the Salesforce, what are the different ways we can do it? What are the different ways we have to do?
We basically have UI development, logic, and
UI,
logic, and Salesforce integration.
Salesforce integration. And the UI again divided into
3.
Yeah, 3 categories. Which is Visual Force development,
Lightning component.
Lightning
development,
Components.
and Lightning Web Component.
Lightning Web Component.
Right. Now, if we have to implement in the classic, how do we do it?
Visual Force.
Visual Force.
Visual Force.
Visual Force. Visual Force, and the logic will be
Apex.
Apex. Yep.
Lightning development, if it is a lightning development.
Aura.
Aura and lightning tool.
Aura and
Lightning.
LWC. And the logic?
HTML.
JavaScript.
JavaScript.
Where we write the JavaScript?
Based on the scenario, it's a JavaScript or like Apex.
Apex.
Yes.
Apex.
You can.
Yeah. Salesforce Lightning. Here, Salesforce component framework. Now tell me, Salesforce Lightning component framework.
Component based framework is Salesforce Lightning.
Java-based framework. It is open source.
You can develop the UI application of Salesforce Lightning. Component framework is single page concept.
Lightning component is a Aura-based framework, and developer can build a sophisticated user interface. Can build reusable components.
Well, we also can say Lightning component framework, basically the development of single application concept.
Lightning component is third party application, open source framework.
And in the framework, we can say that previously, our fellows mentioned Lightning application, Lightning component, Lightning event, Lightning interface, and Lightning token.
Right, perfect. Yep.
Lightning component does not have preview button also.
Yes. How to view the information? How to view the UI if it does not have a preview button?
Then we'll
go to application,
Lightning application.
Call that component in Lightning application.
Lightning application.
How do you call from the Lightning application?
C colon
class,
Lightning
class
component.
name.
Component name.
Okay. Now, in order to apply the SLDS on the Lightning application, what do you do?
Extends
force colon SLDS.
Extends colon
Extends
force dot
dot
SLDS.
SLDS. Force colon SLDS.
Extends.
Force colon SLDS.
Force colon SLDS.
Right. Now, what is the difference between the Salesforce Classic and Salesforce Lightning?
Salesforce Classic, it's a like as a
LWC and Aura.
It's a Visual Force Classic version.
only
Lightning we have to implement in Lightning Aura components and LWC.
Okay.
Both
Classic is the less secure and Lightning is the more secure.
So first, user experience. How is the user experience in Salesforce Classic and Salesforce Lightning?
Classic UI is
complex with multiple windows and tabs.
Okay.
But in Lightning, it is designed for a better user interface with simplicity and easy navigation is also there.
Right.
And Lightning quick action is there. And Salesforce, it's like Classic is not
Classic
available.
is less security compared to Salesforce Lightning.
Classic follows the same.
And also performance layer.
For all pages.
Classic, we can perform one task at a time. But Lightning, we can perform multitask at a time. It's a single page application and multi tabs we have.
Right. How is the data visualization between the Salesforce Classic and Salesforce Lightning?
In Lightning, we use like Kanban boards and dashboards with new ways, but no such
features in Classic.
Right.
More flexible.
How is the performance here in the Classic? How is the performance in the Lightning?
Classic
Compared to Classic, it's
Lightning.
Okay. And all the latest features, Einstein, where can we see? Can we see?
Lightning only.
Lightning experience.
Only in Lightning.
Lightning.
Okay. What is a Lightning component?
Lightning component, that means plus and Lightning app builder.
Okay, let me ask this way. How to create a Lightning component?
Developer console, new.
Developer console,
new,
file, new,
Lightning
component.
Open component.
Okay. Then what is the Lightning component here?
It is having bundle.
Aura-based framework.
It creates a bundle.
Aura
Aura-based framework. Okay.
Component.
How many in Lightning component bundle? How many components are there?
8 component bundles.
Okay. What are those?
Component controller, helper, style, documentation, renderer, design, SVG.
Design and SVG.
Component controller, helper,
Style, documentation,
renderer,
design,
SVG.
Scalar vector.
Okay. What are the differences between the client side and server side?
Client side,
we have to implement
directly
client side is done on the UI itself.
User side and server side is on
but in
server.
server side
Web server.
touch the web server.
Client don't interact the server and the server needs to be.
I just wanted to say you guys are amazing. I love it. Okay. What is the navigation steps to create a Lightning component?
Developer console, file.
Developer console.
On setup.
File new.
Developer console, file new, and Lightning component.
Okay. What are the different rules for the naming, Lightning component naming rules?
It should be starting
with the capital letter. It can be used middle of underscore.
don't have a space.
We cannot use starting with the numbers.
Underscores, not more than 2.
We can't use underscore at the beginning or at the end.
No,
we cannot use numbers in starting.
Have to use.
In those special characters,
white space is not used.
Can't include those.
Okay, can I use underscore at the end of the name?
No.
Okay. Now we have seen the Aura component first. Which component we have created first time? The Aura component.
Force.
Extended force.
What is the first component that we have implemented? Aura component.
Force component.
App hostable.
Tab
hostable.
Force colon.
Force colon SLDS. For we have to
now created a course object.
Okay. So the first one which we have created is just a sample component, how to use the Aura component, and then we have used the Lightning application also. Using the Lightning application, we call the Lightning component. We have clicked on the preview button, we were able to see the result. The second one which we have implemented, where we have included the first checkbox while creating the Lightning component. The checkbox is nothing but force colon app hostable. Now, what is the force colon app hostable is nothing but?
To create
tab creation.
Create the tab creation.
How do we create a tab in Salesforce?
By enabling Lightning
setup
components or implementing
tabs.
Setup tabs.
Setup tabs.
We have to include the component. Lightning component we have to select, and then we have to give the label.
Right. Now, what is this? Decode this. Force colon app hostable.
Force is a prefix namespace. App hostable is a
Yes. What is the implements here?
Which will take
It's an attribute or
The
entry.
component should be.
What is the implement?
It will tell how the component should be, whether it should be the tab or some record class or.
Right. Where do we use the implements?
While creating
Configurations of Lightning.
record.
Where do we use the tab? Where we use the implements?
While creating some tabs, record classes.
Configurations of
Where do we use the implements? Where do we use? What is that?
Aura component implements force app hostable. By using we have to create a app tab.
Implements is a attribute. In Aura
Attribute
component.
is list of interfaces.
Yes, list of interfaces. We can include it here.
Right. When we select the checkbox, it is automatically coming, right?
Yes.
By using this also, we have to create tab directly.
Yes. For example, you have already created, you have not checked the tab. You have already implemented the Lightning component. Everything coding is done. Now, after completing your development, you have decided that I wanted to include this as a tab. How do you do that?
We have to add this implement is equals to
component force colon app
double quote force colon app hostable.
App hostable.
Yes. So that's all. Yeah, that is the last session which we had is force colon app hostable. Any questions from the last 18 sessions?
Can you please repeat this Lightning Salesforce Lightning elements from previous slide?
Okay.
Fifth one.
What are the Salesforce Lightning elements, guys?
Component, application,
events, tokens,
interface.
Interface.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay, then that's all from today's session. Let me stop recording.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just a correction on the Salesforce Lightning elements. What are the Salesforce Lightning elements?
Application, component,
interface,
token, event,
interface,
token.
What are Salesforce elements? Those are the Lightning component framework, whatever you are saying it. But what is the Salesforce Lightning elements? Okay, there is a three things we have.
Lightning experience,
elements,
Lightning component, Lightning design system.
Lightning experience, Lightning component framework, Lightning design system.
Salesforce Lightning elements are Lightning experience, Lightning component framework,
Lightning designs.
Lightning design system. Now, what are the bundles in the Lightning component? Lightning component bundle?
component,
controller, helper,
component, controller,
component, controller,
helper,
style,
application,
style, documentation, renderer, design,
design, and SVG.
Design SVG.
What are Lightning component framework?
5. Lightning component, Lightning application,
Lightning application, Lightning component, Lightning interface,
event, token. Yes.
Lightning component, lightning application, lightning token,
Lightning
event,
interface.
lightning interface.
Okay.
Lightning
Interface,
component
yes.
frameworks are these. Lightning elements are lightning experience, lightning component framework, SLDS. Lightning component bundles are component controller, helper, style, documentation, renderer, design, SVG.
Oh.
Okay, just make it clear. Clarify that. Okay. Somebody asked a question. Is that clear? Vaibhav.
Actually, sorry, I was not there during the session. Could you please give me brief explanation what is Salesforce lightning element, means what it is, where it is used? I was not there during the session.
Lightning element. Okay, lightning elements are divided into 3 types: lightning experience, lightning component framework, and SLDS. If you want to implement a UI, okay. So in that case, we use the lightning. Lightning experience is nothing but what? Whenever you log into the Salesforce Lightning, whatever you see, the UI, the account contact, you are making the changes, you are modifying the account details, and you are creating the new accounts. Whatever the UI part of Salesforce is nothing but lightning experience. Lightning component framework is nothing but a development part. This is a development part. For UI, development part of UI design. What are the development you have to do? You have to do it in the lightning component framework. What are the lightning component framework? These are the lightning component framework. Lightning component, lightning application, lightning token, lightning event, lightning interface. SLDS is when you are developing it. Lightning component framework is for development. So during the development, if you want to apply any style, CSS style or a pre-built style that is provided by the Salesforce, then we use a SLDS and we apply the style onto the lightning component so that we can see all the information.
Okay.
Gulliver, I'm not clear what you're saying there.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for the brief. I'll go through sessions recording.
Yeah.
For further explanation.
Yeah. The liver, I did not get the message which you have posted in the chat. Okay, yeah. Okay then. So let me stop the session.